This is Volusia Today, a public information radio program brought to you by the County of Volusia.
Good morning and welcome to Volusia Today. My name is Michael Ryan. I am your Volusia County Communications Director, and thank you for joining us this morning. For those of you who listen on a regular basis, my mom and daughter, for those of you who listen on a regular basis, you may notice a little bit of a shift today. Good morning, Maggie.
Good morning, Michael.
A little bit of a shift today in the format. We are going to start shaking up Volusia Today just a little bit and mix it with some roundtable discussion, also with some special guests from not only from Volusia County, but also from the community. So I'm joined today by my co-host. I already said hi to Maggie. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. Maggie, what is this, your second day?
Well, I mean, it's a little bit longer than 2 days at this point. About a month, I think.
Have you been here a month?
4 weeks,
well,
yeah.
Good for you. Well,
yeah.
Clayton needs to buy you lunch and celebrate your milestone.
My milestone of a month.
We are also joined by Clayton this morning. Good morning, Clayton.
Good morning, Michael.
That's Clayton's radio voice,
yes,
Maggie.
Yes, got to give the people what they want to hear. They don't want to hear my Eastern Kentucky accent. They probably are pulling through, but they don't want to hear the true accent.
That accent, that's the only reason I get up on Fridays is to come listen to that accent on the radio. Clayton is our basically assistant director for communications in Volusia County. So, Clayton, thank you for joining us again this morning. I appreciate it. Let's talk about what's going on in Volusia County this week, if you guys are ready to do that.
Absolutely.
We had we were all hands on deck for a board meeting or a council meeting on Tuesday that ended up being about an 8-9 hour meeting, something like that. It lasted the full day. We had a full house. The day started off very exciting with a proclamation for Mainland High School. Clayton?
Oh, yeah, state champions. And a little fun fact for our listeners, one of the players on that team, his mom is actually my son's third grade teacher.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And this is a great group of young gentlemen. Actually, he went to my son's class yesterday and just kind of talked to the students about hard work, dedication. And they had shirts. He signed their shirts for them, and he's actually going for a scholarship to play football. Additionally, so it was really good. My kid, he talked all about it because he never thought about playing football before.
Right.
Now I don't know if he's going to, but at least it got him interested. So maybe he'll actually watch some of the Super Bowl with me this Sunday. And so speaking of Super Bowl, who's your all's pick? Oh, I stumped him.
Oh, Maggie.
I love Travis Kelce. I love him. I have
now, is that secret way saying you're a Taylor Swift fan?
I am a Swiftie.
Okay,
I'm a hardcore Swiftie. Yeah.
My wife says she's a Swiftie, but I'm pretty sure she's there for Travis Kelce.
I mean, can you blame her?
Yeah. We bought a bunch of red yesterday to wear to our Super Bowl party and stuff. So, Clayton, who's your pick?
I think the Chiefs are going to pull it off.
You think so?
Yep. I'm not a huge Swiftie. My wife is, kind of like Maggie, but I think she's brought some good luck to them in the playoffs. So I kind of see.
Well, with my beloved Cowboys and Jags out of the running, I'm probably going to end up being a Kansas City fan for the day. I kind of don't have a choice in my house. But
it's not a bad fan to be.
Yeah. Get on the bandwagon. So that was Tuesday at the board meeting. We recognized Mainland, and again, congratulations, gentlemen. It's worth noting that they beat my beloved St. Augustine High School when my daughter goes to school. So I sent her a picture of the proclamation just to rub a little salt in the wound for her. She's not super happy.
Nice touch.
Yeah. And so, Clayton, we also had another recognition at the beginning of the meeting on Tuesday. Tell us about that.
Oh, well, our Beach Safety Division, they actually won the 2023 Beach Patrol of the Year from the Beach Patrol Chiefs Association. Huge honor. It was a great moment for a lot of the beach safety people to come to the meeting, be recognized publicly. The quality and the quantity of the work that they do is second to none. They are amazing.
It is a great team down there.
Andy, AJ, Tammy, all of them. We cannot speak highly enough of them. And for our listeners out there, if you are interested this summer in joining the award-winning team, there's actually we are starting the recruitment process for summer lifeguards. They actually bumped up the starting pay this year to $17 an hour.
Nice.
And I think there's the potential to earn bonus up to about $1,750 as well. They are going to start tryouts in March. There's 4 different ones. I don't have them right off the top of my head. I know there's 2 in Port Orange and 2 in Ormond Beach. I think both of those are at the YMCA's there. So if you are interested in joining the award-winning team, serving the community, making a difference, please, reach out to Andy and his team. You can email beachsafety@volusia.org. Again, a wonderful opportunity to gain some experience and just, again, be a part of the award-winning team, second to none in the state.
Can you imagine? I think we kind of take it a little bit for granted here because we live here. But can you imagine going out, being 17, being a lifeguard for a couple of years, and then going out in the world and being able to say, yeah, I was a lifeguard on the world's most famous beach.
And they do a lot of competitions with others, and they usually smoke to competition too.
Yeah.
So, the qualifications, I don't have it right in front of me, but it's something like they have to run a half mile in 3.5 minutes.
Oh wow!
Hey, I'm not 40 yet, but I think I'm a respectable runner, but there's no way I could do that.
Yeah. It does make me feel. This may sound a little cheesy, but it makes me feel safer to know, especially knowing Tammy and AJ and everybody, knowing that they're there, kind of on the beach and helping protect us.
And just throw it in there. If you are visiting the beach, always make sure to download the Volusia Beaches app. It's a treasure trove of information. You can find out where lifeguards are stationed at the towers, the conditions of the ocean. So please download that Volusia Beaches app and always swim near a staffed lifeguard tower.
That's why Clayton exists right there, Maggie, because I just talk, and he actually gets real information in there. He does a good job. I think, Clayton, the other big thing that happened on Tuesday at the board meeting was the county council, with a 5-2 vote, declined to enact a moratorium on industrial properties or I-2 properties here within Volusia County. What that did, Clayton, was contrary to what some people read in the media and what the media reported, it did not pave the way for a fuel farm. But what it did was pave the way for the actual development review process to begin. And so now that project, they will be allowed to submit per state law, they will be allowed to submit an application, and it will then go through the process with a rigorous review regarding stuff like fire safety, wetlands, wastewater utilities, and stuff like that. So it's far from being over, and what it really does is just allow the actual real process to start. So there's some good news there, that at least the process is moving forward, and now we'll wait to see what the council does.
And I think you nailed it right there, because obviously in our world we continuously monitor the media, and some of if you just read the headlines, which some outlets, it could have been perceived that the council approved the fuel farm right then and there.
Right.
And that was not the case.
Yeah.
It's just the lifting of the moratorium. So they did a good job explaining that in the articles of what actually happened. But if somebody just was scrolling Facebook, Instagram, or just happened to come across the title of the article, it could have been perceived as such. So thank you for clarifying to our listeners on that.
What are you saying? We have short attention spans now? We just read the headlines. And
you and I are a little bit older, but that's what Maggie's telling us.
Yeah, I believe it's like 7 seconds now.
Is that what it is?
Attention span? Yeah.
I don't even know if I can get through a whole headline in 7 seconds. Well, I tell you what, speaking of that, let's go ahead and take our first break and hear a word from our sponsors.
Subscribe to the Volusia County YouTube channel.
And hit the bell icon to know what's happening in your hometown.
There are so many great places to explore.
And things to learn.
With over 1,000 videos available right now, the channel offers something for everyone.
Let's go!
Did you know we have countless features showcasing history, nature, wildlife, and recreation? Subscribe and hit the bell icon.
Or that we live stream important county meetings and workshops where leaders make decisions that can impact our everyday lives. Did you subscribe yet?
Or that we record our weekly radio show, Volusia Today, where we interview staff from the different divisions and departments across our great county, and they discuss the nitty-gritty of their field and expertise.
Go ahead, subscribe.
But that's not it. There's more. Subscribe and hit the bell icon and fully explore.
Score!
All right, and welcome back to Volusia Today. We have a lot of stuff exciting going on in the county, lots of things that we've gotten to talk about so far, but we do have some really exciting stuff going on at the Daytona Beach Airport. So there's a lot of cool things that they've accomplished in the past year, and I heard that they just surpassed the 2019 last normal year with all of their passengers. Do you know a little bit more about that, Michael?
Business is booming at the airport, right? And so in 2023, they had a monumental year where, as you said, they surpassed the passenger numbers that they had in 2019 and 2020 pre-pandemic. Pardon me. So that's a huge milestone for them. That means business is coming back, and there's a lot of good things going on out there. You know, we had the airport on the radio show a couple months ago, and I don't know about you, Maggie, but when I'm flying, I look at Orlando. Sometimes I'll look at Jax, and I always look at Daytona, obviously, and stuff. Sometimes the ticket prices out of Daytona are a little higher, but they made a really good point that when you factor in driving to Orlando for an hour and driving back and parking, and God knows I lose my car every time I park out there. Like, once you factor in all that time and money, it makes a lot of sense to fly out of DAB.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. Last time I went to the Orlando airport, I think it took me about 2 hours to get there just because of the traffic, and you hit it at the right time, and there's a bajillion people on the road, so I could definitely see how that would make sense.
Yeah.
You save a lot of time and money on that.
Yeah, and this is actually one of their busiest times of the year with the 500 getting ready to come right around the corner.
Yeah,
pun intended, around the corner, racing, all that.
Thanks for explaining that.
Well,
Clayton.
the listeners can't see my air quotes, so I had to make sure it's clear. They're already prepping for that. They've a lot of logistical work has to go into that, a lot of coordination, and there's actually going to be a special bartender that's going to be at the airport. Who is that?
Maggie, you look like you drink beer.
I don't. I'm allergic. So
My bad.
I cannot. I'm going to mispronounce his name. Michael Waltrip?
Yeah.
Correct. Okay. He is a 2-time Daytona 500 winner, and he's part of the Fox NASCAR analyst, which is really cool. He's going to be there on the 13th. I'm excited. I'll go. I can't drink the beer, but I'll be in attendance.
Well, I may show myself too, but unfortunately I'll be on the clock, so I will have to ask Mr. Waltrip for a nice Coke Zero.
Yeah, not a bad idea. I might join you on that.
I do hear that his line is actually pretty good. You know, there's a lot of celebrity beers and tequilas and alcohols and stuff out there and stuff, but I do hear that his brewing company is very, very good. Clayton, next week, speaking of the library, we're speaking about the airport. Next week, somebody from the airport will be joining us at the State of the County. What is that?
Oh, the State of the County?
Yeah.
It is the annual report, or not, I shouldn't say report, but kind of like an update. Think of it as kind of like how the president gives his state. It's kind of like our version of that, just on a much smaller scale. We're not getting, CNN, Fox, all that, to live broadcast this. But it is an opportunity for the county to showcase what major accomplishments that we achieved in the previous year, and then kind of what's on the horizon in 2024 and in the future. We will have the Navy Band. They're actually going to be there, just serenading people whenever they walk in.
It is Navy Week in Daytona next week, so that's a big deal. So you will see the Navy out in a lot of different areas. They're working with a lot of the cities and the county. I know they're working with the libraries and the Marine Science Center. It's a big PR push for them. It's also a good opportunity to interact with them. Maybe if you have like myself, I have a couple teenagers in high school, and one of them is thinking about the military. So it's a good opportunity to have those discussions too.
Absolutely. And then, again, there will be some videos shown just kind of highlighting some of the ribbon cuttings we did, major significance. And then we'll close the actual event with the annual address given by Volusia County Chair Jeff Prowler. So it is a wonderful opportunity. We're actually doing it at the center at Daytona this year. So it's a new venue. We traditionally do it at Ocean Center, but we're switching locations this year. And just for our listeners out there, just to let you know that we have reached capacity, which is a good thing. So we know there's a lot of interest in the event. We have reached capacity, so you're not able to RSVP. But again, we just want everybody to know that you can still show up and see if we have any additional spots available. But again, we cannot guarantee entry at this point because we have reached capacity, and I don't think the fire marshal would would like that. Say, yeah, let's let these other people come in. So, but again, we're very excited about it. If you're not able to actually attend the event yourself, please be monitoring our social media accounts and our website, because we will be posting highlights and videos from the event.
Maggie, as Clayton said, we normally do this event at the Ocean Center, which is our property, our facility, and it's beautiful and it's amazing. But the council this year specifically wanted to show some love to the west side, and so we moved it out to Daytona at the center, and that is a beautiful building.
It is absolutely beautiful. It's such a cool space to be in too. It's all updated. They got some really cool lights going on in there. Some beautiful outdoor spaces. It's actually really beautiful out there.
So again, Clayton said we are a capacity crowd, which is a big deal since we moved it west. It's very exciting. But there may be some standing room only, and it's a great chance to hear from your county council and learn about all the big accomplishments from last year and what's coming up this year. So Maggie, let's talk a little bit about you just recently took some Echo Buggy tours.
Oh yeah, the Echo Buggy tour is so cool. I was actually really surprised. I didn't know what it was and what I was getting myself into, but I got invited, and so I went and checked it out. It was super awesome. They actually take like a trailer and you hook it up and you get to go. It kind of feels like you're on a Disney ride a little bit. You have someone kind of guiding you. We had Tommy Nordman and Sydney Venuti out there with us, and they took us all through the Deep Creek Preserve. We actually got to see the prescribed burn, which was super cool. Have you guys ever seen the prescribed burn up close?
Not in person.
It was actually really cool. We got to talk to some of the firefighters who were there. They talked to us about the prescribed burns and why it's so important for vegetation and wildlife. And there was a ton of people out there. It was actually really awesome. And have you guys been to the Deep Creek Preserve?
I've not.
I have not.
So
you're lucky.
Huge. It is 8,000 acres.
Wow.
I had no idea that it was such a big preserve and so much open land, but absolutely beautiful. And they do this once a week. So every week you can go out on any of the Echo Buggy tours. They do a bunch of different locations, so you can check it out. But it was an awesome experience. I had a great time. I told them I want to go every week and just hop on the Echo Buggy and join them. But
yeah, no doubt. And Maggie, that's a Volusia County thing, right?
Yeah, it's Volusia County. It's through our Explore Volusia program.
And how much is it?
It's free.
Free.
Completely
even
free.
Better.
I know, even better. You can take your camera out there. You can take your kids, anyone. It was super fun.
So did you see any wildlife?
We did. We saw some birds, which was really cool. We got
Nice.
to see all sorts of different, they were like in the trees and all over the place. But the other thing that we got to see that I was really, really excited about was we got to see the cows. I am a big cow girl. I think they're so cute.
That's so funny.
And I was really excited. They had the cattle out there. They rent out some of the land to the different farmers in the area. So they had the cattle out there, and I was like, can I go pet them? They told me no, but I did try.
And you mentioned you got to witness a prescribed burn, which I'm jealous because I'm actually with the Volusia fire rescue team. I've still not got to witness one. But when you mentioned that, that our prescribed burns through the county are actually done through our resource stewardship division under the land management team.
Yep.
They do those all the time. We post those on our social media accounts. Say, hey, there's going to be prescribed burn this area this time. Just kind of give the public a heads up. If you see smoke in this area, we got it under control. Our team is great. And I just wanted to clear up, because I did have some of the media that did reach out to me. I think it's sometime last week. They're saying, hey, we heard that a prescribed burn got out of control near the Margaritaville area. It's at Volusia Counties, and I had to clarify that with the media that no, that was no way, shape, or form involved with the prescribed burn that we were doing. Same day, but completely different areas of the county, and Volusia County had nothing to do with the one that escaped the boundary. So just wanted to put that out there and let everybody know that was not ours.
I think that's a good point, Clayton, is that sometimes a lot of people think it's always the county when something happens, and because we are kind of the big kid on the block as far as the agencies go and stuff. But prescribed burns are done by state agencies, federal, and the county also on occasion and stuff. So, but everybody always thinks it's us right off the bat. Well, that feels like a really hot topic to get it. See what I did
Hot?
there?
No air quotes though.
To transition us into another break, let's hear a word from our sponsors.
Make the most of your day at the beach. Download the Volusia County Beaches app today. Sign up for real-time notifications on vehicle ramp openings and closings. Find staffed lifeguard towers. Get updates on tides and beach conditions, plus off-beach parking and coastal parks info. Volusia County Beaches app is available for your smart devices at the App Store and Google Play.
We're back with more Volusia Today. I'm Clayton Jackson with the Volusia County Community Information Division. So we kind of left on the topic of the prescribed burn before we went to the break. And for those out there who do follow our social media account, we have been doing some messaging about this is actually Florida Severe Weather Awareness Week. Woo, that's a mouthful right there. We actually had Aubrey Austin on the show last week to talk a little bit about it. And, this is a wonderful opportunity as we conclude the week just to remind our listeners out there, be prepared. Be prepared. Take precautions, and especially regarding flood insurance, we strongly recommend everybody look into purchasing that, because even if you have traditionally never flooded, if you are not in a high-risk area, you still are at risk for flooding. Most homeowners insurance policies do not cover flooding, so it is a separate policy. And please do not wait right until the storm is coming, because most flood insurance policies do take at least 30 days to go into effect. And I just also want to notify our listeners that the county has an alert Volusia notification system. So anytime that there is a mass event or something that we need to notify the public about public safety, that you will get a text message, phone call, some type of nature like that. So we definitely would like our residents to sign up for that. Hopefully we never have to use it, but better safe than sorry. And you can find that on our website, volusia.org. Go there, go to the Emergency Management Division's page, and you will find out how to sign up.
Clayton, when I woke up this morning, it's beautiful and sunny and almost kind of warm again for the first time in a little while.
Finally.
Right? It feels like a beautiful, nice day out there, but our coastline right now is getting hit pretty hard with some severe weather that with the wind and the ocean and stuff. What's happening out there?
Well, there's we just want to let everybody know that the rip currents are really bad right now with the weather going on right now. So we strongly caution going in the water right now due to the severe rip currents going on. But out of precautionary measures, the county, we have closed a few of our coastal assets, walkovers. So walkovers, ADA ramps, things like that. So we haven't closed all of them. So that people know that there's just been a selective number of them that have closed. I'm not going to sit here and list them out for you, but you can find those on our website. And actually, Maggie posted on Facebook yesterday,
Facebook,
so you can find
Nextdoor, Instagram.
All right, so you can see my age. I'm saying just Facebook. She's like, oh, there's a lot more than that. But yeah, so the list of the closures that we have are on that page. I'm assuming we'll probably, once we're able to talk to our coastal team, there may be some updates. So if you are planning on taking a trip to the beach today, maybe over the weekend, I'm going to go back to it. The Volusia Beaches app. Check that app out. See what assets are closed. That way you don't drive all the way to a ramp just to find that you have to drive a little bit more to go to one. So we just wanted to let our listeners know out there that we are taking precautionary measures, for the public safety. And again, just check out the Volusia Beaches app. That will tell you kind of what is available and what is not.
Maggie, for those of us who may or may not be able to make it to the beach anytime soon, there are also a couple activities coming up, right, for spring breakers?
Oh, yeah. We have spring break camp coming up. It's March 25th to the 28th from 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. It's supposed to be a really fun time. I've heard some really good things about it. They're going to go on a field trip and all sorts of fun stuff. It is for ages 5 to 12, 5-year-olds in kindergarten only. And then it'll be at the DeLand Boy Scouts hut. And you can register by visiting VolusiaParksReservations.vcgov.org. So it should be a really awesome time. I've heard really good things about it.
Right.
I don't have any kids, though, so I can't send anybody, but I have heard good things.
Well, for you know what, that's a good point. For those who don't have kids and don't have spring breakers, they can actually walk and weed.
Oh, yeah, they can do the walk
Tell me
and
about
weed
that.
event. It is supposed to be super fun. It's February 17th from 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. At DeBerry Hall. They do this every once in a while, and it's a really cool experience. You get to go help your community, make it beautiful, keep it beautiful. And this one, they specifically will be helping spruce up the grounds for DeBerry Hall, and they actually get a guided tour afterwards, which will be really cool. And you'll get to learn all sorts of things about the historic land that DeBerry Hall is located on.
Clayton, have you ever been to DeBerry Hall?
I have.
They have. I've only I've only been once now that I think about it, but they have an amazing amount of programming out there, and a lot of it is they have square dancing or line dancing or something like that.
I want to go to that so
yeah,
bad.
please do it.
Do you have rhythm?
I do. Well, I like to think I do. I don't know if I actually do.
Well, that's more. I can't even be that confident myself.
I think maybe that needs to be a team retreat. Let's all go to the idea.
We'll live stream that.
Nobody needs to see that, right? But they have, and I think they have something like story times. There's all kinds of events out there. It's just such a wonderful gem of an asset for the county.
And also, it is a wonderful place if you are thinking of a major event, like a wedding,
that's a good point.
Even a business retreat, anything like that. You can rent certain areas out there, so it's a wonderful way to celebrate, a special occasion. Again, a wedding, special wedding. I think it's to be a pristine place, backdrop, the history, especially if you are a Volusia County native. You're not going to find anywhere better.
It's just so quiet and serene when you're there, right? And it's right in the middle of a neighborhood, and you don't know once you get into the property, you feel like you're in a whole different world. It's amazing, and it's a great place for adults and kids alike just to go hang out. And again, if you're looking for that programming, you can go to volusia.org, or you can just look up DeBerry Hall on the Googles and find it there. Maggie, as we're wrapping up the show, tell us a little bit about Volusia County is honoring Black History Month.
Yeah, we are honoring Black History Month, and we've been making posts every week, and we'll be doing it all throughout the month. We'll be featuring 5 different people throughout the month, everyone who has had something to do with the arts in Volusia County, and it's been really cool so far. I've learned a lot so far about some people I didn't know about, and it's been really awesome to kind of go through and just learn about the history and culture that's there, and what all these people have experienced and been able to accomplish throughout their lives. This week we got to honor Dr. Hiram Powell. He actually was awarded the Tip and Davidson Award by Volusia County. And so I did know a little bit about him, but it was really cool to learn his background and his history and where he comes from. And it's been really awesome. So if you want to hear about that, make sure to follow along on socials, and we'll be posting weekly. So
great, we will do that.
All right, and before I turn over to Michael to close the show, just want to let everybody know that every year during the 500, Voltran, they do have to make some route adjustments in that area. So once we are able to get the alternate adjustments and so forth like that, we will publish those. Just giving our Voltran riders out there a little heads up. Hey, be looking out for our social media, news releases, so forth, because we do want to let our riders know adjustments and delays may occur during that busy time.
That's a great message. I tell you what, thank you again for joining us on Volusia Today. My name is Michael Ryan. I am your communications director, and I was joined today by my co-host, Maggie, and Clayton. Thank you both for being here.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure.
You got, Clayton, big plans for the weekend?
I do not, thankfully. It's going to be a low-key weekend.
Oh, good, because we didn't really have much time left to listen to him. Have a good weekend.